A player gets a red card for covering his mouth. Another gets punished for walking too slowly off the pitch. And a goalkeeper faking an injury in the final minutes? That trick is completely dead. FIFA just changed 9 rules ahead of the 2026 World Cup, and some of them will fundamentally change how this tournament is played. Let's break down every single one.
Red card for covering your mouth. This one started with a single incident. In a Champions League match, Benfica's player, Luca Prestiari, was accused of directing discriminatory language at Vinicius Jr. while covering his mouth with his hand. Lip readers were brought in after the game. They couldn't confirm anything. The hand had made proof impossible. So IFAB and FIFA said, fine, if you cover your mouth during a confrontation, that is the offense. You don't need to prove what was said. The act of hiding it is enough. Straight red card. Done.
The goalkeeper fake injury timeout? Banned. You've seen this 100 times. A goalkeeper goes down in the 88th minute. The medical team walks slowly across the pitch. And meanwhile, the entire outfield team jogs over to the coach for a full tactical briefing. It was legal. It was obvious. Everyone knew it was happening. Not anymore. Players can still get medical treatment, but while that's happening, their teammates cannot approach the technical area or receive any instructions. The free coaching session during injury time is over.
The 10-second substitution rule. This one already had consequences before the World Cup even started. In a warm-up match between Japan and Iceland, an Iceland substitute took too long to leave the field. The player coming on was held back off the pitch for a full 60 seconds as a penalty. Japan scored the only goal of the game during that minute. That is exactly what this rule is designed to do. You have 10 seconds to leave at the nearest boundary line, not stroll to the far touchline, not shake 15 hands on the way. Players who delay can also be booked. Late-game time wasting through substitutions just became a lot more dangerous.
5 seconds for throw-ins and goal kicks. No famous incident triggered this one, just years of watching players waste 15, sometimes 20 seconds on every single restart. And here's the thing, the average match has about 30 throw-ins and goal kicks. That's a lot of dead time. Now, once the ball is ready, the referee counts visibly. If you don't take it in 5 seconds, possession goes to the other team immediately, no warning. That penalty is painful enough that players will adapt fast.
Mandatory 1-minute sideline treatment. If you go down, stop play, and receive treatment on the pitch, you must leave the field for at least 60 seconds before you're allowed back on. The logic is simple. Your team caused the stoppage. The opposing team shouldn't then have to immediately defend against 11 players again. This directly kills the cynical tactic of going to ground late in games to break the opponent's momentum. The fourth official tracks the minute. You're coming back on when the referee says so, not a second before.
VAR must clear set pieces before they're taken. This used to create chaos. A team earns a free kick or a corner, VAR is reviewing whether it was even the right call, and then the team scores before the review is finished. The goal gets celebrated, then disallowed, or it stands, and nobody knows why. That whole mess is now gone. If VAR has an active review on the build-up to a set piece, play pauses briefly until it's resolved. Small change, big impact on confusion.
VAR can now overturn wrong second yellow cards. VAR could already review straight red cards, but a second yellow leading to a red? Completely untouchable. That gap is now closed. If a player gets 2 bookings and is sent off, VAR can now recommend a review of that decision. Wrong call? Overturned. Wrong player booked entirely? Corrected. The protection against wrongful dismissals is now the same no matter how the red card was given.
Real-time offside alerts for assistant referees. This is the least visible change, but possibly the most significant.
Assistant referees now receive instant audio alerts in their earpiece the moment tracking technology confirms an offside. Not after the phase of play, during it. Before this, linesmen had to hold their flag, wait for VAR to check, and communicate after the fact. Now, when the margin is clear, 10 centimeters or more, the assistant gets the notification and raises the flag immediately. Fewer delayed flags, fewer moments where play carries on and then gets stopped retroactively. The game moves faster.
VAR for incorrect corners and goal kicks. Before this tournament, VAR could only step in on decisions that directly led to a goal, a penalty, or a red card. A corner given when it should have been a goal kick? Not reviewable. Not anymore. VAR can now correct clear errors on corners and goal kicks at any point in the match, with one condition. If the team takes the restart quickly before VAR intervenes, play continues. But the option to correct obvious mistakes is now available throughout the full 90 minutes. 9 rules, all 9 pointing in the same direction. Close the loopholes, remove the delays, and make it harder for teams to hide. The question is, which one will actually change this World Cup the most? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want a breakdown of how these rules might affect specific teams, that video is coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.